And now I'm thinking that I got problems. Slipping through the city, red lights, no stopping. Everybody wanna know the latest information exchanged with the databases. Packets in the transaction on a macro basis. The memory is binary,
the Milo Experience.
Whoa! Hello, everybody. Hello, one and all. Welcome to episode number 24 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Yes. What did I say? To the Milo Podcast. Bing bong. No, it's always yes. It's always yes, man. We always be affirmative, man. We be affirming, making those affirmations. It's positivity, bruh. Onward and upward, bigger and better things, greater stuff, you know, like leave the bad shit in the past. Leave the negativity to die in the compost heap, bruh. You know what I mean? With the rotten veggies and the worms and the stuff like that, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because, yes, thank you so much for joining me today for episode number 24. Episode, almost said the right. I don't even know what fucking episode I'm up to anymore, honestly, man. I'm starting to lose count. They come so thick and so fast. That's what she said. They come so thick and so fast that I can't keep up, man. If I try to keep counting these episodes as they fly by, then I'm going to get whiplash at as they speed on by from the right to the left. My poor old neck is going to snap off like a fucking corkscrew, or like, I don't know, what's something that snaps off? What snaps off? A sausage link? What's something that snaps? What's the snappiest thing? Fingers snaps. Yeah, that's snap your fingers, bruh. Snap your fingers, snap your neck. So, yeah. I'm going clear, man. I've decided to go clear. I'm tired of being so opaque, and I need to bring some transparency into my life, you know what I mean? I'm tired of hiding all the nitty-gritty dark details deep down inside of my dank spirit, and my body is covered up with so many dark things inside, right? You know, so many things you can't see through, that I'm ready to go clear. I'm ready to go clear, and other than that, I am ready to just like go stronger. I'm gonna cleanse my soul, man. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cleanse my soul by holding onto these two little cans and getting my all my Dianetics done or whatever, bro. I'm going clear. Decided to join the Well, I'm not gonna join them, man. I'm not gonna join the Scientologists, man. I'm just gonna take a leaf out of their book, so to speak, and I'm just gonna go clear, man. I'm just gonna be clear. Can I make that clear? Can I make it any clearer for you? Do you understand my clarity right now? Like, I'm the most clear guy in the world. I don't need no purification. I do. But after my procedure, after my reawakening, after I exit the cocoon of Dianetics, the Scientology cocoon, then I'm going to be the clearest man in the world. I'm going to go through so many changes. It's a process, bro. You know what I mean? I'm going to be the clearest guy, clearer than fresh water, clearer than the air that we breathe, man. As long as it's not you're not listening from some type of polluted hellhole. Then yeah, I'm going to be clearer than the air, bruh, or at least as clear as the air. I mean, the air is generally pretty clear anyway where I'm from, like it's most of the time it's pretty good. But back in 2019, we had some brutal ass bushfires, man. And then bushfires, they blocked out the sun, dude. I'm fucking not lying, man. They turned the sunlight from like a white yellow to a red pink. That shit was brutal, man. We had like blood sun. It was blood sun, man. Forget the blood moon, dude. It was the blood sun, man. We had like a red dot up there in the sky. It was crazy. So much smoke around there, turning the sun a different color, man. I ain't gonna be anything like that. I'm gonna be as clear as cellophane, dude. You could wrap me. You could wrap your books up in me, man. You could wrap your what are they called? Your workbooks, yeah. Do all your whatever you put your homework and your computations and your answers into, and your essays and your assignments. Is this a reference too old for people of today? Yeah, back in the day, we used to have to take books to school. I don't know if you still do that. I really have no idea what happens at school these days. I got fucking no idea. Tell me what happens at school. I want everyone who goes to school. You shouldn't be listening to this podcast if you do go to school, but if you do, then I want you to put it in the comments down below what do you take to school these days? Do you take your lunch? Do you take books? Because we used to have like a different book for each subject, right? We used to have like mathematics, science, English. What else was there? History, and PE, and music, and that was an elective though. Like food technology, design and technology. What else was in school? Languages other than English, you know? So we had a different book for every single class, and we used to wrap the books in like this sticky plastic shit. Maybe I'm explaining something to you that you already know or is not outdated or something that people still do to this day. But wasn't that so great? Wasn't that just so great because it was in the past and we love the things from the past? Wasn't that so fucking great? So I'm going to be clearer than cellophane, man, clearer than the air we breathe, clearer than fresh running water. Can I make it clearer? Can I make it any clearer to you? Yeah, I can feel the clarity coming now, man. My thetan levels are just, they're just skyrocketing. They're going through the cans can't even read my thetan level, man. The amount of energy that I'm emitting or whatever. I don't know if you absorb energy or you emit energy when you become Scientological. But yeah, my thetan levels are off the charts. I got so much. I remember actually I got screened by a Scientologist once. They came to my hometown. And me and my friend, we were like, let's go to the Scientology tent and see what happens. And they gave us some cans to hold on to, and they asked us about our past trauma and like our like stress in life and shit like that. It was real manipulative and whatever. I mean, we were there. We can't be manipulated, man. Can you imagine me being manipulated by something or someone? Duh. We weren't manipulated. We went in there like to clown on them, and like we were the person there. I remember the person there was like talking a bunch of shit to us. Oh yes, and like trying to befriend us or trying to like make us take our guards down or what have you. And we just went along with it, but like with a big nudge and a big wink. Like we sort of we sort of laid it on pretty thick, but they rolled with it. I don't know if the Scientologists were retarded or if they just didn't care to call us out on our weirdness. Because everything, like we were really feeding into their wildest dreams. Maybe they were just that excited to have two fresh young men, like age 15, 16 or whatever, it might have been 17, something like that, to come along and be recruited. Big cash cows, that's a lifetime from a adolescent youth to being a 90-year-old person who dies. Imagine if they got their hooks and their into us and we were donating all of our money and funds for the rest of our lives, man. So I can imagine that they would have been rubbing their hands together with salivating teeth, right? Because that's where the saliva comes from. At least that's where it drips from in the cartoons. Lately, I've been hearing so much about streamers, right? The streamers are a big deal, man. Everyone likes to be everyone wants to be a streamer, right? Everyone wants to stream their stupid, boring life. And so it seems to me, anytime I scroll across some kind of streamer that, it's always some snot-nosed, rich dickhead. I'm talking about Jack Doherty. That's the only one that I know by name. Isn't there some CEX guy or CXE? Is he one too? And I don't know, there's always streamers, man. There's just streamers. Apparently, that's a subgenre of entertainment. There's also VTubers and shit like that as well. I mean, VTubers have been around a little while, man. I think, VTubers have been around, well, I guess streamers have been around a long time too, man. All this shit's been around a long time, but it seems like there's just so much more of a cult of personality surrounding streamers these days, man. And YouTubers in general. It's not just YouTube. I think Twitch TV and Kick Live, Twitch TV, maybe Twitter and Instagram, any other place you can go live. They're probably even more popular or whatever. Like, there's more viewership on those platforms than there is on YouTube. Like, YouTube seems to be, YouTube's cranking along, I guess, man. YouTube's doing its thing, you know what I mean? It's doing its thing. But, like streamers, man. The kids love the streamers, don't they? These kids, they fucking love the streamers. Broccoli head streamers, dreaded up streamers. And these fucking streamers, dude, they got to be the lowest IQ morons ever. I don't understand who the fuck is watching this shit, man. You've got to be young, dumb, and full of cum to be watching these motherfuckers, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's I don't know, man, just the most hood, povo, fucking low-level behavior coming out of like some fucking ghetto kids running around like destroying Walmart or hanging out in their crib pointing pistols at the fucking screen, right? Or like fucking like to Jack Doherty, man, who's like some rich kid walking around with like big fucking security guard, and he just tries to instigate fights with as many people as possible, and then the security guard gets to lay out any of the people who retaliate, right? Fuck, these guys drive me wild. And I mean, who's that other guy? Yeah, Johnny Somali, right? Johnny Somali. Everyone remembers Johnny Somali, right? If you got any fucking knowledge of streamers at all, which I don't, but my knowledge just comes from being a terminally online type of guy. I try to pretend that I'm not terminally online, but I pretty much am. Like, I've got one foot in the online grave, and it's terminal, bro. The other foot is outside, playing soccer. I mean, or doing whatever, like being out in the playing rugby, doing manly things. Soccer's not manly. I'm doing it, murdering people. I got one foot in the online grave, and I got another foot in the murder department. Like, I don't know who's more to blame or who's worse in this fucking earth than the fucking morons that are sitting around on their phones, lying in bed or doing whatever. Like, where do you even watch this shit? Who has the time to watch streamers, man? Like, my idea of a streamer comes from like 10 years ago when people would just like play video games or like draw a painting or something on Twitch TV, or do speed running, or anything like just mildly productive and like actually entertaining, like feats of like skill in video games or skill in art, people sitting around playing guitar, people doing whatever, right? That's my idea of a streamer. But streamer has gone, like, I guess ever since Apollo Legend, or was he the one? I can't remember. Oh no, not Apollo Legend. There was Ice Poseidon, right? Now, see, I got knowledge, bro. I got knowledge. Do you even know what the fuck these people are or who they do? I mean, what they do or who they are? But Ice Poseidon, like, did he set the benchmark for this entire thing? He was the one. He was the one that went out there and like was so obnoxious, and like he got like he tried to he just streamed his life 24/7, and like he would go here and do that. And he would have people like, say he wanted to catch a flight. His stream knew about it because he was streaming his life 24/7. And then he'd get on the flight, and then his streamer content audience guys would call up the airline and be like, hey, there's a guy on your plane in this seat and he's got a bomb. And like all kinds of random shit. Like, it's just, yeah. Do you see the picture that I'm painting here, man? Like, absolute bottom of the barrel, lowest tier, lowest denominator of society. Anyway, back to Johnny Somali. He was you'd know him from being the Egyptian looking guy, right? Or Somali? I don't know. What is he? He doesn't look Somali. I don't know what he is. I don't want to say what he is or what he isn't, but he looks like the guy from The Mummy #1, who is the subordinate to the actual mummy. Like, he looks like the mummy's lackey, right? Yeah, that guy. He was over in Japan, and he just causing a scene. Like, he's the worst foreign fucking tourist that you ever want coming to your nation. He's the worst one. Like, you wouldn't want him to come. He'll fuck up everything. He'll shit on your country. He'll destroy every kind of social norm that you've got in place in your society. That's just it's just a symptom, or is it? Yeah, it's like I don't know what it is, but it's just, yeah, it's like just a sign of the times, man. People just like, but. Again, it's just so perplexing to me. Can you actually listen to how perplexed I am? Like, who is watching it? Who is encouraging this shit? And who, like, not only do you need to have like so much time on your hands to get involved and care about these people, like, oh my God, like, I got to tune in for Johnny Somali. I got to tune in for Jack Doherty. Like, what the fuck? So I can only assume that it is an absolute nation out there of tiny little children who look at these fucking losers doing whatever the fuck they want in society, right? And just being cunts to everyone, and these kids watching it think it's cool. It must range from low IQ children to low IQ adults who have nothing else in their life but to keep up this fucking parasocial, sycophantic fucking relationship that they have with looking at retards through the fucking phone, bruh. Yeah, it's just a sign of the times, man. It's just another sign of the times, bruh. So it's just showing us that time is running out for this fucking species, man. It's fatalistic out there, bro. You feel me? Like, the clock is tick-tocking away. Literally tick-tocking away. Tick-tocking our lives away as the clock fucking be scrolling on TikTok, looking at 100 million videos per minute. and on TikTok, and the clock is tick-tocking in the background, bro. Where time is slipping away. We got no time left, man. Our time is going down the drain. And things are only going to get worse before they get better. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we really are slipping into some idiocracy style shit lately. I mean, there's a lot of memes surrounding that. A lot of people who like to say, "Oh, idiocracy," and I think that Idiocracy was a dumb movie, man. It's not a great movie. It's dumb. It's entertaining at some kind of baseline level. I would watch it if I was scrolling TV, which I never fucking do. I barely watch TV anyway, right? I'm always sitting on my computer watching YouTube and or if I'm in my car listening to podcasts. That's where I get all my media. I listen to radio as well. I listen to a lot of radio in the car. I like radio, but yeah, seems like we're going into and doing some idiocracy type shit, man. You know, it just seems like society getting worse and worse and worse. I mean, we live in the safest time possible. Like, it's just so good to live right now. You got everything at your fingertips, instant gratification, instant dopamine at your fingertips through the tablet, man. We can order shit online. We can order food from the fucking supermarket on our phones and have it delivered to us. I'm old enough to remember when we used to, the only internet was through the home phone, bruh. And if you wanted to use it, then you couldn't use the phone. Right? If you wanted to use internet on your computer, then you couldn't use the phone. No one could call you, and you couldn't call anyone. So mum would get pissed off. You know what I mean? Your long ass gaming sessions were fucking reserved for, late night after everyone gone to bed, like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. or on the weekend, fucking gaming through the night. No one can call. So if there was an emergency, if there was family member died, and then another family member had to call you to tell you that had happened. Or your children got kidnapped and the police were trying to contact you, or there was some kind of military invasion, whatever, and you had your TV turned off and someone was trying to alert you by phone, that the military was coming for you, right? Then you wouldn't know. You would not know because you're hogging up the landline. We didn't have mobile phones back then, bruh. No mobile phones. That was a very special thing to have. The big ass fucking... hell of a big ass fucking phone. You could knock someone out with that shit, bro. Big ass phone wrapped around your waist, man. You know what I mean? The times change, bro. Time is running out, bro. I mean, we live in the greatest fucking time of society ever, but it's also the worst. It's got to be so dumb out there. I just look around and think that everyone's just so dumb. You know what I mean? Everyone is stupid. So maybe it is time for everyone to convert to Scientology, and maybe that's the thing that's going to get us out of this, man. Maybe it's going to turn this downward spiral into an upward non-spiral. What's the opposite of a spiral? I'm not really sure. But we're going from Scientology is gonna save us, man. Once we cure all our thetans, once our souls are released from fucking Xenu or whatever. We've all seen that fucking South Park episode, right? Everyone knows about Scientology. Or you've seen Louis Theroux. Is it Louis or Louis? I think it's Louis. Yeah, it's Louis. Louis Theroux. He's got a pretty good documentary, I guess, about Scientology. It's good stuff. And I believe, Joe Rogan has a couple of good, what's her name? Leah Remini, like ex-Scientologists. She talks about Ron Miscavige, and isn't he the Scientology guy? Isn't he the head of Scientology? Scientology's got some weird shit, man, because so many celebrities wrapped up in it, as you know, right? But they also got behind the scenes bad juju happening, man. I don't know the facts. I'm not up to speed on it anymore. But I think the wife of the head of Scientology, the president of Scientology, his wife wasn't seen in public for 5 years or some shit, and I don't know. It's all kinds of weird shit. You got to pay to win. Scientology is the first pay-to-win religion. I suppose it's not the first. I mean, Christians have been donating a pittance to their fucking churches for forever, I guess. I don't know when that was introduced, but it seems like a Christian thing to do. Give money to the church as it's getting passed around. What do they call that thing? There's a name for it. The basket they pass around. So yeah, I guess people have been paying to win at this game of life for a while now, right? But Scientology, I believe that's really going to dig us out, because the more you pay, the more you win. Whereas in, I I don't know if I could go down to the church right now and pay $100 and see anything happen for it. But if I paid $100 to the Church of Scientology, I would literally level up, man. And that's why I'm going clear. I want to see through I want to see through myself, man. There's too much bullshit inside of me. I want to see through it all. And because I see through everyone else's bullshit, you try to bullshit to me, and I see straight through it, bro. Like I got X-ray specs on, X-ray bullshit specs, man. But I can't see through myself. Like I'm standing in my own way, man. It's like an allegory of some type. I'm standing in the way of myself. I can't see beyond myself. I'm my own worst enemy, man. You know what I mean? And I want to get rid of it all. I want it out of my system. I want to start making some real leaps forward, some real progress. So I need to be able to see through myself. So that's why I'm going clear, man. I'm going to donate all of my money to the Church of Scientology. I'm going to contact the aliens, and I'm going to jump inside of a spaceship and blast off into the home world or whatever. I don't even know. Is that part of Scientology? I don't know. Who cares? Who cares? But I'm going clear, bro. I'm going clear. Have I made that clear? I suppose it's never too early to go clear, right? It's never too early, man, because they be starting them off young these days, bro. You know what I mean? Starting them off younger and younger and younger, man. These people just keep getting younger. I feel like I'm getting older and older, like every day that goes by. It's like another day went by, I'm another 24 hours older, another however many minutes are in a day older, another 1,000 million seconds older. You know, every second that goes by, I'm getting older, no younger, bro. You know what I mean? But I look around myself, I look around my city, I look around when I'm in public, you know what I mean, in the streets or whatever, looking around, and everyone's getting younger, man, you know what I mean? And I don't know why, man, but like they're just starting them off younger these days, you know what I mean? Everyone's getting a head start younger. It's like an accelerated, I don't know. It's like you're being launched into society and you're getting started off younger. Whereas before we used to get old. We used to be old before we started off, you know what I mean? Like now, there's just like a brand new baby in a nappy crawling around trying to find a job, trying to put a rent over his head or whatever, trying to get a rental. And I'm talking about parental. I'm talking about the housing crisis, man. You got to start thinking about buying a house as soon as you're born, because that's the only way you're going to save up for it unless you're born into wealth. But people just getting younger sports stars, younger singers, man, like the singers these days. I suppose, now that I think of it, there was some like 13-year-old fucking pop stars back in the day. Children used to sing, bro. Children used to sing. Do children sing now? I don't know. Do children still join the choir? They should, because if you want to start off young, then joining the choir as a child is probably the best time to do it, because any older than that, you won't be young anymore, you know what I mean? So do not hesitate. Do things while you're young, bruh. Yeah, they just keep getting younger and younger, man. And sometimes it makes me feel bad, bro. You know what I mean? Sometimes it makes me feel bad because I look at them and I think, man, they're so young and I'm so old. I'm like an ancient prehistoric relic, and I'm just getting older and older and dumber and bolder and fatter by the day, man. You know what I mean? Just dumb, bald, old, and they're all getting young. And getting younger and younger and younger, and they're just going to be. I wonder what's going to happen one day if they're just going to be too young. You know what I mean? There's people. Is it possible to be too young? I mean, you can be too young to enter a bar, right, or a place where they serve alcohol, or you could be too young to ride a carnival ride. I suppose that's not necessarily about age. That's more about height and like physical size. Yeah, you know what I mean? But I guess the younger you are, like if you're 1 day old versus like 5 years old, that's a big difference, man. So it's like in some respects it is about being young. But then there's people that are real old, like 50-year-old guys who are so short, man, that they can't ride any carnival rides, you know what I mean? They can't ride no rides, bruh.
From long ago, you say it's easy, I should let go, but when we're together, you just claw me by the throat. When we're together, I wanna jump off the boat. We're in a hot balloon, but I don't think I float. And when you're finished, I just need a bar of soap, 'cause I feel dirty when you leave me on my own. Hiding far away, staying in the cold, color in the gray. Time to take a hold. fucked me over like an all-hours plumber. I was too stupid, you were dumb, but I was dumber. I should have seen everything that was coming. I didn't mean what I said last summer. Hiding far away, stayed in a gold, color in the grave. Time to take a hold. Back my heart of gold, buy back what I once sold. Don't have a perfect soul, but I know where I will go. What is this business that I'm hearing? I should be laughing, I should be cheering. I think I must have had just one too many beers, man. Cause I don't think that I really like this feeling. Got what I wanted, and now you're leaving. And I don't know when you'll make the next appearance. Maybe in my bed, but only when I'm sleeping. I wonder if you had the same dream I'm dreaming. Hiding far away, staying in a cold, color in the gray. It's time to take a hold. Hiding far away, staying in a cold, color in the gray. It's time to take a hold.
Welcome to the Milo Experience.
So yeah, I got to buy food, right? We all got to buy food every now and then. I mean, you might do it rarely. You might do it more frequently than others. You might do it more rarely than others. You might go an entire year without buying food or whatever. You could go longer. I mean, technically, you don't need to buy food. You could probably grow your own food, or you could go into the bush and like pick some berries or do whatever the fuck, man. Or maybe you're just so rich. Maybe you're so important that you don't need to buy food and that other people buy food for you. You know what I mean? Like babies. Babies are pretty important, and we all buy them food. They don't contribute anything to society. They don't contribute anything to the household, right? No chores. In fact, as a matter of fact, they just be making more work for us, man. It's like extra work that you have to pay for. You don't get paid to take care of the baby unless you're a maid. But like if it's your own baby, you just got to pay money to take care of that baby and house it and clean it and clothe it and feed it, right? And that baby's just getting a free ride. So babies must be pretty important. So probably most babies in the world probably haven't bought food. But I think it's pretty safe to say that most people out there, well, actually, I don't know if that's a safe thing to say. It's a reasonable assumption in Western society. But then there's places like, I think we talked about this last time, like Ethiopia or whatever, like Africa. Ethiopia is just the first place that comes to mind. There's impoverished nations out there, man, that don't got food, bruh. You know what I mean? And they probably can't afford to buy it, let alone grow it, because they don't have any fucking place to grow. It's too war-torn and too fucked up, right? So I don't know if there's like, I guess like, if you earn a certain amount of money, then you're in the 1% of the entire world's earning fucking whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I think like if you're born in the Western world, you're in the top 1% of the entire world. And when it comes to like money or whatever. So I don't know if there's more people buying food or less people buying food. I mean, who don't buy. More people buying food or more people who don't buy food. Because maybe like, I could easily imagine that 50% of the entire population of the earth can't buy food. I could imagine that being a thing. They would have to sustain themselves some other way. Maybe the government hands out rations. Maybe they grow food. Maybe they hunt. Whatever the fuck they do. But yeah, safe to say that in the Western world, you and me are buying food, bruh. And like, I feel these days that I'm like I'm a criminal for buying food. I'm a criminal for going to the supermarket, man. And I don't like it. I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Because if I don't buy food at the supermarket, then I'll die. But if I do buy food at the supermarket, I get treated like a criminal. Because it's all thanks to Coles, man. Thank you, Coles. Thank you, Coles. Everyone say thank you, Coles. Thank you, Coles, for installing all this new artificial intelligence fucking security gates and whatever the fuck, man. It's kind of like I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. I can walk through the self-checkout area, right? Okay, so this is the story. This is the situation. This is the setting. Coles, right? Coles supermarket. They got a self-service checkout with a bunch of fucking registers in there. It's like a little people farm or some shit. You go in there, and there's like 10 registers, and you scan your own food and items, and then you pay for it at the machine that you scanned it at, and then you walk out, right? But now they've got all these fucking that's apparently that's not good enough anymore, because now they've got the whole place fenced off with like these crazy ass artificial intelligence security gates or whatever, right? So if you don't pay, the gate stays locked. But the thing is, if you do pay, the gate still stays locked. And there's no way to fucking even bust through this gate or whatever. There is. I'm sure they're weak as fuck because they just seem to be made out of plastic or some shit, some kind of like acrylic gates, you know what I mean? But like these fucking gates are my worst enemy, man. I'm an honest, upstanding member of society, bruh, and I'm tired of being treated like a criminal. I'm either treated like a thief or I'm treated like a prisoner. You know what I mean? Because I can go through there. There's plenty of times, bruh, when I go into Coles or whatever shop, and it could be any shop in the world, and I look around and I don't buy nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? I just thought like I might want to buy something, or maybe I'm planning about buying something in future. So I've come to visit this premises, check out your wares, and flag it in my mind to come back and get it some other time or whatever, right? But those times, the gate won't open for me. It's just there's LEDs on either side of this acrylic gate, so the gate is either red or green, right? And if it's green, you can approach it and it will open. If it's red, you can approach it and nothing happens. You just locked there, man. You just locked there, and I hate it because I don't need to ask anyone's permission to leave this store. I don't need to ask anyone to open up a gate. You have there's no reason to suspect that I'm stealing. There's no, it doesn't even feel legal, man. What if there's a fire? If there's a fire and the fire alarms are going, then I imagine all the gates just shut down and open up, just automatically open. It's free range. That's when you can steal. Start a fire in the back alley, aisle of Coles. Start a fire there, then go steal all your shit and walk out, right? And it's not like this gate is stopping anyone from stealing anyway, man. Because you can just wait for someone who has paid to go through, or just jump the fence next to it, because these gates are only waist high, and they're usually situated in a fence which is also waist high. So it's not like you can't just fucking scale the fence, which is what I have done a few times now, because whether I pay or I don't, I get locked into the fucking checkout area like I'm some criminal behind bars or whatever. And I'm not asking anyone to open the gate, man. I'm not doing it. So what happens is, if I've paid for my food, or whether I've paid for something or not, man, I'm not stealing from Coles, right? I am not stealing from Coles. But I need to exit. And if I've bought something, or if I haven't bought something, I'm not waiting for someone to notice me standing there like a dickhead, twiddling my thumbs, looking at the floor. Oh, I wish this gate would open. Not happening. So I just progressively kick the gate harder and harder and harder, and eventually it seems to open. I don't know if it opens because someone around the way, one of the workers, is hearing the bang, 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 and they look over and go, oh fuck, here's this dickhead again, and they press the open button. But so there's been plenty of times when I've bought my food, collect my receipt, and the gate won't open. And in those times, I either kick the gate, or I scale the fence next to the gate, and I fucking walk out. I'm not waiting for someone. Oh, excuse me, Grandmaster Coles worker, will you please let me out of this? Would you please have it in the kindness of your heart to let me out of the self-checkout? Oh, can I see your receipt? No, you can't see my receipt. You don't have any fucking right to know anything. You know what I mean? So it's not so this is what happened this time. I got a new experience today where I paid for my shit and the gate was open, and I collected my receipt. I paid for my shit, collected my receipt, went to go exit the gate. There was a woman in front of me. She walks through the gate with a trolley full, stacked to the brim full of shit, right? No problems. The woman in front of me got through the gate, right? And then the gate remained open. Amazing. I can walk out with my goods, which, by the way, I bought 3 fucking items. I bought sausages, bread, and cheese, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? And I paid for that shit, and I waited for the receipt. So I watch the lady in front of me walk through, the gate stays open, and I think, oh great, I'm finally going to have a frustration-free, a problem-free trip to Coles, right? So I walk through the gate myself, and I know what you're thinking, it closed on me. No, it didn't close on me. No, I got through the gate. But this happened, bro. I walked through the gate, and then all the alarms went off like I stole something. Right? What the fuck? I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't, man. I should just start stealing from Coles. That's the message I'm getting. Start stealing from Coles, right? They hate me. They treat me like I've stolen anyway. I can pay for all my shit, right? Pay for all my shit, get my receipt, and then walk out the gate. Beep-boo, 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 beep-boo. Alert, alert. This white guy is stealing. Or I can pay for all my shit and then approach the gate and have it slam shut and turn red, and then I've got to beg one of the Coles overlords to please let me out of this gate so I can continue with my weekend or whatever. It's fucked up, bro. I don't even see how it's legal, man. Isn't this entrapment or some shit? I don't know, man. It just drives me fucking insane, man. So I really do think that soon enough you're gonna see me on some type of news article on TV or on news.com or some shit like that. Crazy bogan guy smashes Coles security gates in defiance, man. And I hope that I can strike up maybe that footage. Maybe that's what I need to do. And I hope that the footage of the event, as someone because everyone's going to whip out their phone, look at this crazy fucking cunt smashing security gates at Coles. They're going to whip their phones out and they're going to film me. And I hope that footage inspires the flames in the hearts of people around the nation to do the exact fucking same thing. Burn Coles to the ground, or at least the security gates. But don't attack the workers. The workers, they don't deserve it. They can't get a better job, man. And it's an honest job anyway. Let them go. Don't attack the workers because the fucking mega corporation installed artificial intelligence security gates at the self-checkout fucking center. Don't attack them because of that. But, maybe you can, hand out a note. Go to Coles and hand out a note. Hey, psst, Chinese whispers type shit. I'm gonna blow this entire building up in 10 minutes, so run for your life, with a wink and a nudge. Just letting you know, or whatever. Because it's bullshit, bruh. I get treated like a thief when I bought my stuff. I get treated like a prisoner when I haven't bought anything and I don't have any items. I'm either a thief or a prisoner. Thief, that's how Coles views their customers. Thieves and prisoners, man. All right, I think that's about enough for this episode number 24, right? Is this 24? I'm certain it's 24. Let me double check. I need to double check. Yeah. We're up to episode number 24. Okay, so I think that's it for episode number 24 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong. Yeah, that's about it for this time. That's about it for this week. Felt like that rolled off the top of the head pretty well. It rolled off the head top, you know what I mean? I want to thank you so much for joining me again for another week of this fucking bullshit. And if you're listening on YouTube, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share the link with somebody, drop a comment down below. Remember, I asked you to drop a comment on something earlier. I can't remember what it was, but comment now. And if you're listening on Spotify, remember to follow the podcast on Spotify. And, I don't know, like the episode. You can do that too. Yeah, like the episode on Spotify. Share the link with someone, bro. Tell your friends about this bullshit, man. It's just the thing that you need to do. It's just what you have to do. It's the done thing, all right? So, yeah. I'm going to see you guys in the next episode, all right? Episode number 25 is just around the fucking corner, bro. We're nearly a quarter of the way there. We're nearly 1/4 of the way there. I really do find that hard to believe. From 1/5 to a quarter, that's insane, bro. That's fucking insane. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this bitch up right here, right now. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for listening to episode 24 of the Milo Podcast. Bing bong, bing bong. And I will see you in the next episode.
Milo stay shooting. Ray-Bans on looking like Duke Nukem. Ridge racer.